Hello and welcome into Turner Gymnasium here in Lynchburg, Virginia, as the Hornets play host to the Nazareth Golden Flyers here on Day 2 and Game 2 of the Wayne Prophet Classic. Hello, I'm Joe Brennan here today as the Hornets trying to remain perfect on their home floor, but a tall task today as the Nazareth Golden Flyers come to town. This an extremely efficient team. With that, let's take a quick glance at the numbers for both of these squads entering today. A big emphasis that we'll continue to harp on all day is the turnover numbers that you see at the bottom of your screen. 8.4 turnovers per game. Nazareth, one of the best teams all across Division 1, 2, and 3 in assist turnover ratio. That led by the man Luke Inslee, who we'll talk about more and more as this game goes along. Other than that, three-point percentage for Lynchburg, another category that really should stick out for you. Nazareth this season allows 10.10 threes per game at a 40% clip. But we will step aside momentarily for the playing of our national anthem. Stick with us here on LHSN. And we welcome you back into Turner Gymnasium here in Lynchburg, Virginia. Nazareth entering today's contest at 4-3 after a big win here yesterday over Randolph College. It's the first game here at the Wayne Prophet Classic for the Lynchburg Hornets. They enter this contest 5-3. Their four-game winning streak snapped in their last game on the road against Ferrum in blowout fashion, 93-61. Nonetheless, Lynchburg looking to get back on track here today, while Nazareth tries to put up more of the same and remain perfect in neutral games this year, currently 3-0. So let's take a look at today's starting lineups for both of these squads. For the Nazareth Golden Flyers, Solomon McFarland gets the nod in the backcourt alongside Luke Inslee and Jaden Savage on the wing. Tyler Putney and Merritt Holly down low in the front court. For the Lynchburg Hornets, it's Pearson Young, Jake Hart, Jamarcus Brown, Mason Makovich, and Cole Calloway gets the start for the first time this season. No Jason Easton today. He was someone that we really expected to have a crucial role in today's game. When we were talking about the three-point percentage, he's really the go-to guy on the perimeter. Nonetheless, they still add some perimeter shooting in that starting lineup with Calloway. A lot of experience at the helm between these two coaches as well. For Lynchburg, who else but Hillary Scott in his 16th season. You can see the record there with the Hornets, 221 and 187. He's put up more of the same this year, as we mentioned, that 5-3 start for Lynchburg. Also 4-0 at home and a 1-1 record in ODAC play. But on the other side, it's Kevin Broderick, a Nazareth graduate from 1989, now in his 16th season. He has had nothing but success in the Empire 8 Conference during his tenure, and he's someone I got the chance to talk to a lot yesterday after that Randolph game, and I could say I'm a big fan of his. I went through kind of his coaching mentality and his culture, and he continued to harp on the assist turnover ratio, and when it's has a big emphasis in that category. He also, interestingly enough, had a very big role in advocating for an extra year of eligibility in Division III for the COVID year. He was a big part in allowing players to grab that extra COVID year that we now see in its final season. Pearson Young takes the tip, now drives towards the nail. He'll swing outside for Callaway and reset at the top of the perimeter. This is something we expect to see from Nazareth all day long as he puts up some nice little floater touch to fall in and take a 2-point advantage right out of the gates. But Nazareth yesterday in their game against Randolph, it was a very physical contest. Those two teams went back and forth. Nazareth applies a lot of pressure on the perimeter, but Randolph really matched that, and especially in the first half, and then about the first half of the second half as Savage can't connect. An offensive rebound on the weak side by Holly, who goes up and in off the glass for 2. Yesterday, Randolph really sped up Nazareth, and we talked about a team that averages 8 turnovers a game. They really tried to force miscues as Jamarcus Brown takes a straightaway 3. Brown from downtown gives Lynchburg a 5-2 advantage. Good to see that from Jamarcus. He's certainly a player that plays a lot closer to the 10. As this year's gone along, we've seen him stretch a little bit further and further out. Last time against Bridgewater, Lynchburg played at home. We saw him pull up from about 18 feet a couple of times. Now he swings in the corner for Callaway. Makovic back up top. It's Brown, top of the key, spinning back, baby hook. Jamarcus Brown, back-to-back buckets on trips down the floor. 7-2, Lynchburg leads. Inslee takes it across the timeline. Now Savage plays it to the far wing. Inslee will reset. He'll be harassed by Hart most likely for the duration of this game. But Inslee and Savage don't expect him to be off the floor very much. Those two are first and second in the Empire 8 for minutes per game. Both of them right around 38. As Hart spins his way, Brown another straightaway 3. Can't connect on the heat check. Inslee the other way for Savage in the corner. You bet. The triple from Putney, the 6'5" forward, knocks it down in the corner, cuts it to a 2-point game. Brown, nobody's home. And the Nazareth bench gets on their feet. They love it. First turnover of the day. And it's the freshman with a miscommunication. And we'll keep an eye on that turnover battle. You saw in the pregame stats, about 15.5 for Lynchburg. The areas of struggle for Lynchburg this season are really the spots of success for Nazareth. Obviously the turnovers, but also free throw percentages. Callaway tries a triple from the wing that rattles out. Rebound corralled by Putney. And here comes Inslee. Putney working on Brown. Nowhere to go. Callaway with some tight defense, harassing Savage. He likes the matchup, and Brown puts his hand in the cookie jar but can't take it away. Now McFarland, pull-up jumper, got it! And I was talking about free throw percentage. Nazareth shoots over 80% from the charity stripe. In their last game yesterday, they went 31 for 39. Callaway a 3, no good. Makovic, offensive rebound, gets it right back, gets right back up. This time it's rejected, sent back by Putney. 2 offensive rebounds, but Lynchburg can't do anything with it. Putney puts it away, a trifecta to give Nazareth a 10-7 advantage. Back and forth we go. Pearson Young, far side corner. He likes it, he takes it, he makes it. Pearson Young, cold-blooded. The Hornets' leading scorer this season. Pearson Young has been the go-to guy when you need a bucket. Comes into today, averaging 13.1 points per game. Savage drives with the left, sent back by Young. He's only 6'1", but he can get up there. Young averaging a block per contest. 4.5 in, gets his first. Jamarcus Brown continues his hot streak here in the opening 5 minutes. He leads Lynchburg in scoring. Jamarcus Brown with 7 of the Lynchburg 11 points here. It's Inslee. He'll take a high screen from the freshman Holly, who rolls, but there's nothing there. Now McFarland. Well outside, just looking to create some space. Handoff for Savage with 5 on the shot clock. He's got to go. Savage in the corner. Putney once again, an air ball. Makovic comes up with a board. Lynchburg quickly the other way. Callaway driving inside with the right hand. Kisses it off the glass for 2. And Nazareth wants a timeout. 13-10, Lynchburg out in front here in the opening at 5.5 minutes in Turner Gymnasium. And we welcome you back into the Hill City. Lynchburg out in front of the Nazareth Golden Flyers, 13-10. It's the true freshman Jamarcus Brown leading the way for the Hornets with 7 of their 13 points. Inslee will bring it across the timeline. Handoff for Savage. Inslee, a short little floater that Brown slams out of bounds against the back wall. Inslee, a guy that redshirted his first season with the Golden Flyers and has continued to progress immensely as his career has gone along. Averaged 5 points his first season, 9 his second season of action, and this year has jumped that 9 to 18.1. Outside Savage, the 2-time second-team all-conference selection, can't put it away. Brown over for Hart. Right back to the freshman. Brown, hop step, inside, floater, no good. Offensive rebound, can't put his own tip down the iron. Inslee will take it the other way. Outside, a triple, no good. And Brown controls the board by the skin of his teeth. Dishes it over to Hart. Hart will slow things down. A much slower tempo game than we saw yesterday. It felt like we were watching 2 Mike D'Antonis against each other. A lot of 7-second offense. As that shot is sent out of bounds. And Jonathan Faust will enter the game for the first time today as we have a quick break. Nonetheless, we'll keep it here and give you a quick rundown of what we've seen through the first 6.5 minutes. Lynchburg 6 of 13 from the floor. As you see the rejection right there from Jamarcus Brown. We've done a whole lot of talking about Brown this season. A guy that really can showcase his athleticism, and those skill set tools are slowly coming along through the first 8 games as we've seen him knock down a handful of jumpers today, but a high jump and long jump state champion in high school. Nonetheless, Nazareth 4 of 11 from the field. Lynchburg shooting 46%, 36 for Nazareth. Nazareth has knocked down 2 triples to Lynchburg's 1. It was Jamarcus Brown for the Hornets, and 2 from Tyler Putney, who's been red hot from downtown. Lynchburg controlling the glass as well, 8-5. Largely due to the offensive rebounds, but they haven't been able to do much with it, if anything. And I mentioned Putney's a senior. That's a very common trend on this Golden Flyers roster, a heavy veteran presence. And yesterday when I talked to Coach Broderick, he said a lot of times people will say a veteran presence will really help, but we have freshmen that act like veterans, and it's really just about the culture that we have with this program more so than how long guys have been here. Nonetheless, only about 2-3 freshmen that see action this year as Pearson Young goes right through the defenders for his 6th point tonight. Lynchburg with a 5-point advantage. On the far side, it's Ryan Broderick, the son of head coach Kevin Broderick. Now Savage working on Young. Faust pokes it away. Faust with space out in front has it slapped away. Good defense by Jack Broderick. You can't tell, there's a whole lot of Broderick family representation on this team with Ryan and Jack, who are both seniors. Hart with the inbound, looking for some help, finds Young in the corner. Mismatch, pull-up jumper, no hesitation, but he's down hard. Landed on the ankle, immediately Winston grabbed at it. We already mentioned Lynchburg without Easton today, who walked in to the gym with a boot on. With that, we will step away momentarily as Young is still on the court. Stick with us here on LHSN. And we welcome you back in. Pearson Young helped off to the sideline now at the training table. Walked off with some help from some teammates. It's never my job to speculate on injury, but hobbled off. That left foot did not touch the ground. I can confidently say it's something with a left ankle. The shot was deemed a two-pointer with a foot on the line. No foul was called either. And that's a big penalty you see in both college and pro ever since Kawhi Leonard a couple of years ago rolled that ankle. And Zaza Pachulia, if you follow basketball heavily, that's been a very, very crucial penalty that has been enforced, but was not called right there, as it looked the foot just went underneath him by the defender. Nonetheless, Lynchburg will continue to carry on 17-10. Faust earns a trip to this charity stripe. Now hold your breath, because we've been talking about this all year long. And I'm the biggest Jonathan Faust fan there probably is. This season he's shooting 30% from the free throw line. Last year shot just above 50%, but he shoots free throws in the gym more than anyone on the team that I've seen. Back iron. And you see this all the time in sports where guys are efficient in every other facet of the game, but the mental aspect of free throws can often get to a player. Not a problem there. Faust connects on the second end, gives a smile over to his pal in the front court and Tyler Buggs. 18-10, Lynchburg leads. Holly. Kicks underneath. Broderick will take it down low. In the corner, it's Broderick. Jack Broderick. Dribble handoff. Putney taken away by Hart. One of the leaders in the ODAC in steals per game gets his first of the day. Kicks out Callaway. This one's far right. Offensive rebound, Mike Gray. Tracked down the long board. And the Hornets will reset with 15 on the shot clock. Hart. In the corner, Callaway, pump fake, sidestep, triple, no good. Another offensive rebound. This time it's Tyler Buggs, and he draws a whistle. The second team foul on Nazareth. Lynchburg still yet to acquire their first foul of the game, 8.5 in. Tyler Buggs shooting 63% from the charity stripe this season. Can't connect on the front end. As a host of substitutions check in for Nazareth. Savage back in the contest after a quick breather. Buggs' second free throw attempt rattles out. 0 for 2 at the line. Lynchburg 1 for 4 at the free throw line. We talked about how Nazareth is really, really great as the things that Lynchburg struggles in, those being free throws and turnovers, really the fundamentals. Inslee looking to drive right. Out for Savage, now guarded by Eli Thomas in the lime green kicks. Savage now driving left, dumps off Holly. Holly goes up through contact. Thomas got a hand on the ball, but wasn't enough. Mike Gray, a pull-up jumper, rattles in and out. Yesterday, Randolph continually tried to force this Nazareth team to go to the left. A lot of their offense runs to the right sideline. We've seen more of that today, but Lynchburg hasn't done a phenomenal job of forcing them to that left baseline. I mean, it was unbelievable. Every single time their coach screamed from the sideline, force them left, force them left, force them left, and that's really what Randolph did and did well as Buggs earns another trip to the charity stripe. That game was back in for 13 lead changes yesterday, 5 ties. Nazareth had the advantage going into the halftime break. Randolph came out with another form of life. I mean, they jumped out to a double-digit advantage, but Nazareth battled back as Buggs connects on the first attempt. And it was really that physicality in play. And we also saw probably one of the best performances I've seen in Turner this entire season. It was truly spectacular. Jordan Phillips McLeod for Randolph. That's a name that you'll want to remember when they come back here for the Code Red game. He scored 38 points, was 12 for 19 from the floor as this triple is buried by Cameron Orr. He was 5 for 9 from deep. I mean, he looked like Damian Lillard. It was unbelievable. Buggs tries to triple. He's added that to his bag. We've seen more and more of those, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to heave it from deep today. Ball was last touched out of bounds by Nazareth. Lynchburg will maintain possession here halfway through the first half. They lead 20-15. We'll step away momentarily here on LHSN. (20-15) our score. 10 minutes and some change through here in Turner Gymnasium. It's game 2 of the Wayne Prophet Classic. Yesterday, Nazareth got us started with a phenomenal win over Randolph College. 96-90, their highest scoring game of the season. That's one where you certainly wish you had the over. More of a low-scoring game so far through the first 10 minutes. Hart, quick inbound to Buggs. Here comes Gray on the curl, but Buggs will take it himself. Reverse up and in. Tyler Buggs gets his first field goal of the day, and Lynchburg up in front by 7. Inslee being harassed by Hart. Kicks in the corner for McFarland. Right back to him on the near side wing, working on Gray. A long triple, air ball. Nazareth up in Rochester, New York. About a 9.5-hour road trip down here to Lynchburg. But the Golden Flyers also had the bus breakdown on the way here. Turned that 9.5 into more like a 14-hour drive. As Faust is charged with an offensive foul underneath the iron. Lynchburg's first team foul of the day. Also worth mentioning, Liam Hopwood is active tonight as Savage tries a triple and buries it. Savage, the Empire 8 conference leading scorer, 19.6 points per game, had 25 yesterday. Also had 4 steals and 5 rebounds to go along with it. Hart dumps off for Thomas. Pump fake, can't get the roll. Fighting for the offensive rebound. Able to corral it, goes right back up. We've been calling him Windex this year, the way he cleans the glass. And you see the hustle and the heart from Eli Thomas. A guy that was a Wingate transfer, sat out last season due to injury, has come back with a new form of life and passion here with the Lynchburg roster. Has been the definition of a glue guy as Orr tries another triple. This one air ball. Thomas, far side, pulls up from 18. No good. Faust can't control the offensive rebound. Falls into the lap of Savage. Savage drives, spins, shoots. Can't get the roll. Windex is right there. Mike Gray, pull-up jumper. No good. Faust fighting for the loose ball. Rolls out of play. He tumbles to the deck. He'll take a hand from his teammate Thomas as it was last touched out of bounds by a black jersey. Gabe Lucarelli heads to the sideline. Lucarelli had a big-time performance yesterday, had 5 of the 12 offensive rebounds for Nazareth. Him and Merritt Holly were really the 1-2 punch in that front court. The senior and freshman, both standing at 6'5" and 6'6". Add a little bit of size to this team and certainly help on the glass. Nonetheless, on the defensive end, they tend to sit a little bit more so in the paint. That's a big reason why we expect to see Buggs and guys like that shoot it from deep today. As there's a beautiful move down low to add another 2 points on. Mike Gray, count it, and the foul. Mike Gray was Lynchburg's leading scorer in their last contest against Ferrum. We mentioned it was a loss in blowout fashion by about 30 points. But Mike Gray was the sole Hornet to reach double figures. Can't connect on the free throw, and it continues to be an issue today for Lynchburg. Corner triple, McFarland, it rattles in and out. Hart lost it for a moment, able to regather. Jamarcus spinning inside, no good. Once again, another fight for a loose ball. This time, Inslee comes up with it. Triple off the front of the rim. Gathered by Hart. Brown thought about it, drives in, dumps off. Henderson. No whistle. Wow, there were about two different sequences right there where Henderson could have been awarded with a foul, but neither went his way. And Savage, what a swing. That felt like a 5-point swing right there. I mean, Henderson clearly got nicked on the arm, fought through it, and then went up, and officials didn't see contact on the shot either. Now just a 3-point game. Hart inside draws the blocking foul, the 5th team foul for Nazareth, the first personal for Ryan Broderick. And Hillary Scott will take a timeout. Hornets lead by 3, 5:51 to go here in the first half on day 2 of the Wayne Prophet Classic. And we welcome you back into the Wayne Prophet Classic. Jalen Savage picking up right where he left off yesterday with his 25, 5, and 4 performance. Savage just knocked home a big-time triple to cut the deficit to 3. Now Lynchburg looking for a response here in the latter part of the first half. Eli Thomas. You can see those shoes. I mean, they are bright lime green. He's got a whole lot of sneakers in his bag. Henderson at the nail. Drives left, loses possession. Scooped up by McFarland. McFarland draws the foul, and he'll head to the free throw line. The first trip to this stripe today for Nazareth. McFarland 7th in the E8 conference for steals per game, averages 2.1, and just a tick behind his teammate in Savage, who sits at 6th with 2.2. That was something that Broderick really emphasized yesterday when I talked to him. He said, you know, we're doing a great job of not turning the ball over, but we really want to turn the ball over more. That's something that we really want to work on, is that defensive intensity and that pressure to kind of disrupt and cause issues. Yesterday they did a great job of that. You saw the graphic with Savage, 4 steals yesterday. That led the charges. This team corralled 5 steals. Hart feeling the pressure, spins back, floater. Can't get the roll. Henderson gets the touch. Nazareth wanted basket interference. Ryan Broderick was losing his mind on the sideline. He felt like he had a good look at it. Nonetheless, no call. 28-25. Lynchburg goes back to a 3-point lead. McFarland, top of the arc. Finds Inslee. Calls for a screen from Holly. Hart goes over the top. Henderson hedges. Now back up to the free throw line. Pick and pop from Holly. That's what Inslee can do, draws so much defensive attention. As Gray now finds Brown, straightaway triple, no good. Thomas, the offensive rebound, goes over his head, back up, gets another offensive rebound and can't get the tip. 28-27, Nazareth with a chance to take their first lead of the day, but it's a turnover from Luke Inslee. How often are we going to say that? Inslee last year, the leader across Division 1, 2, and 3 in assist to turnover ratio. He had 162 assists last season, 162 with 24 turnovers. I mean, that is unbelievable. This season ranks second in the conference for assist turnover ratio, but you bet that's going to continue to climb. Gray, a long three, buried it from Roanoke. NBA range for Mike Gray. Hornets by 4. Inslee at the 45. A kick out for Broderick. He'll try a triple. Didn't find anything. Gray, long pass. Henderson. A soft touch over the tin. And the Hornets go up by 6. 33-27 as the Hornets are out in front here on LHSN. And we welcome you back into Turner Gymnasium. Lynchburg dominating the glass here in the first half, out-rebounding 20-12. That's an 8-rebound differential for the Lynchburg Hornets. That's what's kept them alive. A lot of offensive rebounds as well for Lynchburg, a total of 7, just compared to Nazareth's 1. Poked away by Henderson. Savage regathers on the baseline. Long triple, McFarland, you gotta be kidding me. Trading deep triples. Mike Gray and McFarland go back to back. 33-30 with 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's Callaway, who's had a slow start to the first half thus far. 1 of 5 from the floor, 0 of 4 from downtown. Henderson through physical play. Savage with an emphatic block. Savage draws the whistle on Mike Gray as he got up in his grill. Mentioned Callaway got the start today over Easton, who is out with an ankle or foot injury. Walked into the gym with a boot on. Lynchburg also without Pearson Young. Looks like for the rest of the day, you can see him kind of at the end of that Lynchburg bench. He's got that foot propped up on another chair. You get a clean look at it right there as Thomas walks right by him. I think Thomas and Henderson say, hey, we need that chair back. You got Thomas just standing. We got to get him another chair. McFarland drives in, right hand, no good. Rebound, a battle, won by McFarland. His second offensive rebound today. Makovic takes it right back. Makovic, coined by my usual color commentator and Kevin Nestor, is Mr. Efficient. Shoots 53% from the floor, 43% from the three-point line. As Lynchburg earns another trip to the free throw line. That's It's been a spotty performance so far today through the first half. The Hornets just 3 of 7 from the charity stripe. This is Jamarcus's first trip. Short on the front end. I could be incorrect, but I believe Lynchburg has missed the first free throw attempt every time. Might be all but one. Nonetheless, 3 of 8 as of now. On the season, Brown a 51% shooter from the line, but misses them both. Lynchburg shooting 33% from the free throw line. And has really kept Nazareth within striking distance. It's a one-possession game. Inslee, Putney, another triple. No good. Putney got hot from deep early. Made 2 triples in the beginning of this game. Nellison in the corner. Fire! Van Nellison, standing at 6'9", the freshman, not afraid to let it fly from deep. We could very much so see more of him today. Oh my goodness. The turn and spin and shot from Inslee. What makes him such a special player is that change of pace that he has. He plays with such patience and grace. Always looks relaxed on the floor. Brown from the 45, trying to go underneath over the top to Makovic. He says, I wasn't ready. Second turnover today from Brown. Savage on Nellison over the 6'9" freshman. Can't connect. Lynchburg controls the rebound. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Hart. And an offensive foul called on Brown. That is the 4th team foul on Lynchburg here in the first half. As Bugs will check in for Brown. They don't want to get him another foul and find him in any trouble. And it's just one personal foul for Brown. Holly almost lost it, regathers. Now working on Bugs on the low block. A brick wall in front of him. Outside Savage, they swing it around the horn. McFarland looking for some help, finds Holly at the elbow. Nothing but nylon. Shot clock turned off. Lynchburg leading by 2, 36-34. Nellison goes quickly. Nellison puts it in. 5 quick points off the bench for the big fella. And now Nazareth can hold for the last shot. 10 to go. Inslee with 4. Inslee puts it up with 2. Inslee off the back iron. Makovic controls the board. And the Hornets head to the locker room with a 4-point advantage over the Golden Flyers. A back and forth fun first 20 minutes. We're just getting started at the midway point. We will step aside. Hornets up by 4. 38-34 our score through the opening 20 minutes of Game 2 of the Wayne Prophet Classic. It's the Lynchburg Hornets out in front over the Nazareth Golden Flyers. I'm Joe Brennan here in Turner Gymnasium. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first 20 minutes of action. Lynchburg really controlling the glass thus far, 23-15, an 8 rebound disparity. It's really been all offensive rebounds. Lynchburg 7 to Nazareth's 2. But not a whole lot of passing to create these open looks. It's been a lot of second chance points for both teams. It's been a lot of ISO drives for Nazareth. You can see just 3 and 5 assists total out of the combined 39 field goals. Lynchburg struggling from three-point land as well. 3 for 11 from long range. That's good for 27%. Also just 3 of 9 from the charity stripe. Nazareth has only had 1 trip to the free throw line where they went 2 for 2. Pearson Young got things started off on a hot streak, went 4 for 4 from the field, has a team-high 8 points, but he is most likely done for the day. As you can see on this sideline, Pearson Young now being tended to that ankle. You can see he has the crutches right next to him. Clearly not a good sign for the Hornet faithful. Nonetheless, they've gotten a lot of production in a lot of different ways. Mike Gray, who's primarily that backup one, with 5 points today, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, also an assist to go along with it. He does have 2 personal fouls. That is something just to keep an eye on to see how this backcourt fares here in the second half. Depth at that guard position could possibly become an issue for Lynchburg down the stretch if Gray finds himself into foul trouble. I mean, those are really the first and third primary ball handlers, with Jake Hart being right down the middle of those two. The Hornets and Golden Flyers start with both of their starting lineups, other than Young, who's sidelined with Eli Thomas taking his spot. Eli Thomas, also a great first half, had 3 boards. But it's Makovic leading that charge with 9 rebounds. Lynchburg starts out in his zone. Thomas adds another board to his tally. Hart out and running. Hart in the corner. It's Callaway, a triple. Bingo! Cole Callaway was 0 for 4 from deep up until that trifecta. Now Lynchburg takes his 7-point advantage. Here a 1-3-1 press. Jamarcus Brown leading the charge at the top of that zone. McFarland on the near side, changes direction in the corner. Putney was wide open, extra passing. McFarland drives in, right hand floater, up and out. Holly the offensive rebound, Thomas the contest. But this 6'6" forward out of Leroy, New York, puts it home to cut it to a 5-point deficit. Callaway's reverse layup no good. Batted around, last touched by a gray jersey, and Lynchburg maintains possession with 23 on the shot clock underneath their own basket. A quick substitution here in the second half as McFarland heads to this sideline. And Zachary McFarland takes his spot. Set piece Callaway, hesitation, pull up at the elbow, gets the roll. Shooter's touch from Callaway. A quick 5 points here in the second half to get things started for Lynchburg. The Hornets now back to man-to-man defense. Inslee orchestrating the offense. McFarland drives on Callaway, back up top, Inslee. Savage will try a deep triple on the wing, no good. Popped around and out of the hands of Makovic. Holly scoops up the trash, banks it off the glass for 2, and we're back to a 5-point game. What a chaotic start here in the opening 90 seconds of the second half. Nonetheless, Lynchburg out to a 5-point lead after an explosive start by Cole Callaway. Hello and welcome back to Turner Gymnasium on Wayne Prophet Court for the Wayne Prophet Classic. A legend of the Lynchburg Hornets. And today, it's been Lynchburg and Nazareth in a back-and-forth battle as Makovic has it popped off his knee and a backcourt violation called on Lynchburg. That's their 6th turnover of the day. They came in averaging just south of 16 turnovers a contest compared to Nazareth's 6. They're currently losing that battle 6-4 right now. McFarland, inbound Inslee. Oh, get it right back, looking in the corner, through his legs with the left hand. Makovic comes to help. A wide open Holly at the elbow. It's like butter from 15 feet. He's been automatic from mid-range today. Holly really carrying the load for Nazareth with 16 points. He is an efficient 8 for 9 from the floor. Jamarcus, pull-up jumper. No good. Draws back iron. Eli Thomas, how do you do? What a hustle play. Finds a driving Makovic, and he's loving it. Eli Thomas doing it all. Thomas with 5 rebounds today, 3 of them on the offensive end. And it's not like he's the biggest guy out there. He certainly is not. Listed at 6'3", but it's strictly just hustle that you see from this guy. He is constantly buzzing around the floor, a pest for opposing teams. And a big free throw make for Makovic. Mr. Efficient, 2 for 2. Lynchburg's 3 for 9 from the stripe improves to 5 for 11, hovering around 50%. 45-40, it's Savage, guarded by Thomas. Now Inslee looks to go on Hart, dribble handoff right back to Savage at the top of the key, driving inside, right hand goes up over Thomas, kisses it off for 2. What a beautiful jump shot. The way he's able to hang in the air really separates him from other players. Brown drives inside, and Brown converts on the deuce. Jamarcus Brown with 9 points today. Started off really hot, cooled down a little bit, shooting 3 of 8 up until that last lay-in to make it 4 for 9. Ainsley's shot no good, a rebound for Brown. Connects with Hart. Right back to Brown. Gives it up for Callaway. Now the Hornets will slow the tempo. Without their starting point guard in Pearson Young, sidelined with an ankle injury. Underneath Callaway. An athletic finish on the inside gives Lynchburg a 7-point lead. 49-42. Ainsley. First Savage. Savage. Ripped away. Thomas lays it out in front for Callaway. He'll go up and puts it through. A quick run for the Hornets. They've made 4 of their last 5 field goal attempts. Cole Callaway with 11 tonight. He leads the way for Lynchburg. The only Hornet in double figures. Brown right behind him with 9. Savage draws the foul. Count it and 1. What a play. Let's take another look. Great job on the curl. Gets matched up with Hart. Just put his hand in the cookie jar. Savage has been an unbelievable talent for Nazareth ever since he stepped on campus. He's been a starter from day one. He was the Empire 8 Rookie of the Year in 2022-23. He won 6 Rookie of the Weeks that season, along with 1 Player of the Week. And just an all-around athlete. We've talked about his hang time in the air when he goes up. He was a 4-sport athlete in high school, a 2-sport athlete at Nazareth, also runs track for the Golden Flyers. McFarland daring Hart to go to the right hand. He'll give it up to Callaway, guarded by Putney. Callaway, he's a flamethrower. Scorching hot right now. Cole Callaway, an unbelievable second half with a quick 9 points. McFarland, long triple, rattles out. Rebound, Eli Thomas. They'll give it right back to the hot hand. Callaway, no good. A heat check. That ricochets off the front of the rim. Hart does a good job to slow down Savage in transition. He gets it right back in open lane. A floater off the hop step. You couldn't draw it up much better than that. Dribble handoff Thomas. He's got a straightaway look but doesn't want to take it. Callaway continuing to let it fly. Thomas, his 4th offensive rebound. Count it, and the foul. Eli Thomas cannot be contained. You see him slash in from the perimeter, bulldozing his way inside. No hesitation, goes up strong. Eli Thomas, he's been in the weight room. That is Nazareth's 2nd team foul here in the opening 5.5 minutes of the second half. Thomas has been a menace on the glass. That was his 7th rebound, 4 of which have been on the offensive end. A 2nd personal foul for Jack Broderick as he checks out. Thomas converts on the free throw. Now Lynchburg sitting at 50%, 6 of 12. They've been perfect from this stripe here in the second half. 56-47. Savage continuing to work on Thomas. Taking him ISO, drives, spins, shoots, scores. Savage has been a man on a mission here in the second half, now sitting at 12 points on 5 of 10 from the floor. Lead back down to 7 for Lynchburg. Brown, they're leaving him open on the perimeter. This time he'll take it all the way. Can't convert on the lay-in. Makovic, 2 offensive rebounds. Makovic, a good move, up and under. And the Lynchburg crowd is loving it. Lead back up to 9. McFarland taking Callaway to the baseline, lost the handle, out of bounds, Hornet basketball. What a start to the second half for the Lynchburg Hornets. Makovic now with 10 boards. After that last series of offensive rebounds. Hart now into the front court. He leads this team with 3 assists today. Jamarcus Brown showing off the athleticism. Brown now in double figures with 11. Savage sent back by Brown. Hart inside Euro step, traveled with it. One too many. The Lynchburg sideline didn't agree with the call. Is this another look at it? So let's see in transition. There's 1, 2. Yeah, that's 3. That's 3. Lynchburg currently tied for their largest lead of the afternoon, up by 11. Inslee outside, Putney a triple, Putney puts it down. Cuts the lead back down to single digits. Look for Brown here, the trail man. Brown tries to go underneath, had Thomas wide open, but a great heads-up play by Lucarelli to disrupt the pass. His 7th turnover today. Now Putney from deep rattles out. It was halfway down the rim. Callaway picked up his dribble, now looking for some help. And Coach Hillary Scott wants to take a time and reassess. Jamarcus Brown, an all-around performance today. 11 points, 4 boards, and a block on the defensive end to go along with it. Eli Thomas and Makovac have been crucial in the rebounding category. Those two alone have matched the rebounding total from Nazareth, combining for 18. I mentioned Makovac with 10. Somewhat on double-double watch. He's got 4 points, has not been extraordinarily aggressive from the field. Just 4 shots on the day and 17 minutes of action. Eli Thomas also with 17 minutes tonight. He's certainly on pace for a heavy uptick. You don't want to take him out at any time soon. He's been great in every aspect of the game, but certainly that rebounding category. I mean, there isn't anyone on Nazareth that's got more than 8. Their team leader is Holly with 7. And what a day it's been from Holly as well. Holly 8 for 9 from the floor. He's a freshman, but he certainly doesn't play like one. We mentioned he's taken the role of Liam Hopwood, who is active today, but most likely will not see the floor coming back from injury. He is 4th in the E8 conference for rebounds per game, averaging 7.8. And Holly, I mean, what a performance. Today has already been a career high for him in points. Set a career high yesterday as well with 14. Hart with 10 on the shot clock. Mike Gray, this is his spot. Show him it is. Mike Gray. Lynchburg back up by 11. It's Savage. Thomas now trying to force some left. We talked about this with a game yesterday on how Randolph consistently forced them left and really disrupted that offense. This time, Putney able to get down low with the right hand and use a floater. Hart lost his dribble. We talked about the effect of not having Pearson Young. There's a great example. Putney capitalizes. An exclamation point, a transition triple, back down to a 6-point game. It was 11 moments ago, a 5-0 run in a matter of moments. And Hillary Scott wants to talk this one over. We'll step aside, 11.5 to go here on Game 2 of the Wayne Prophet Classic. Nazareth on a 5-0 run in the last 45 seconds. Might be even less than that. I mean, they have hit 2 quick buckets. Trimmed down what was Lynchburg's largest lead of the afternoon. Mike Gray, way downtown, no good. He's had a couple of long threes today. He was 2 for 3 before that shot. Inslee lost his dribble. Putney, another 3. Putney puts it away. 3-point ball game. It was this time yesterday that Nazareth, oh, here's Bugs. Bugs, how do you do? A big response from the big fella. And you can see Lynchburg wants some size with shooting now as Nellison comes in as well. These are two of the primary shooting bigs. Obviously, we know that Makovic can let it fly, but he certainly plays a little bit closer to the basket. And no Easton today as well. I also saw great defense from Nellison in that first half. Difficult to shoot over those long stretched arms. Ainsley out. Putney another triple over Nellison, and there you see the defensive impact. Oh, foul called on the loose ball on Ryan Broderick. That is the fourth team foul for Nazareth. Pardon me, third team foul. Bugs calling for it again. Bugs lets it fly. No good. Putney the rebound. Ainsley the other way. Inslee. Savage working on Faust. Great defense. Forces the miss. Gray now out and running. Sets up a wide open Nellison. No good. Bugs tips it around, but corralled by Farland. Inslee trying to go underneath, kicked away by Hart to prevent the entry pass. What a game this has been. Back and forth we have gone all afternoon. Nazareth has remained within striking distance, but they haven't led since 10-9. Inslee underneath, no basket, foul on the floor on Hart. That is his second personal and the team's second team foul. Farland with the inbound, look for Savage here on the curl. Nothing there. Holly wide open underneath, but a late pass. Still got it to him. Over Bugs and in. A career performance here today from Holly. 9 for 10 from the floor. 18 points, a career high in this young man's short collegiate career here as a true freshman. Cuts it to a 4-point game once again. Gray driving on Inslee. Step back jumper, no good. Savage climbs the ladder. Savage on Faust. That's a fun matchup. That's got to be an offensive foul. It is. The Nazareth bench doesn't agree with it, but Bugs probably did a great job of selling what was already a foul. I'd probably have a better angle of it than their bench, but clear extension of the arm. Bugs, he's thinking about it. Gray, pull-up jumper at the elbow. No foul, but puts it away. Scott is irate. Clearly got nicked on the arm. No whistle, but they'll take the 2 points as Inslee brings it to the front court and a timeout called. 68-62 with just under 9 minutes to go here between the Hornets and the Golden Flyers. 68-62 here on a Wednesday non-conference matchup between the Lynchburg Hornets and the Nazareth Golden Flyers. Lynchburg has led ever since 10-9, their largest lead being 11 points. They're up by 6. What does Broderick have coming out of the timeout? Inslee drives baseline with the right hand, flings it back out. Putney able to get it before and over the back call. Charge, an offensive foul. Putney ran into Tyler Buggs. Now the 9th turnover of the day for Nazareth. I mean, yesterday, Randolph, as you see Jonathan Faust going to work. Great form. You know, you can see he's got the pivot foot going. Certainly using that backhand good to make sure he's got the pressure on the floor. Textbook right there from Faust. No, but yesterday Randolph really tried to force issues with Nazareth by speeding them up. But when we talked to Broderick after the game, he said, you know, that's how we like to play. We like to play fast. Mike Gray, another triple. He's a flamethrower. Scorching hot Michael Gray buries another triple. 3 of 5 from downtown. Lynchburg has caused issues on the defensive end by playing a slow, methodical half-court game. And Nazareth has really seen a disruption in their rhythm with 9 turnovers today. Faust on Savage. Outside in the corner, Putney. Once again, that shot over Nellison has been quite difficult. I don't believe anyone has made a shot over him today. Also the matchup between Faust and Savage. Those are easily the 2 most athletic guys on the floor right now. And Faust, in many regards, while he hasn't necessarily had the same production offensively from a season ago, I think it would be difficult to say that he is not one of, if not the best defenders on this team, as he can't get through the screen right there, and a miscommunication between 2 Hornets allows Savage to bury the deuce. I mean, if you're looking at perimeter defenders on this team, as Buggs drives inside, a fadeaway jumper, no good. Faust fights for the rebound, but controlled by Holly. If you're looking at the best perimeter defenders on this Lynchburg team, I think it would be hard to say it's not Hort, Brown, and Faust in what they provide from an athletic standpoint. And Hart really an undersized guy, listed at 6'1", but quick hands. That's really his whole thing. Averaged 2 steals a game last season, was the team leader, one of the best defenders in all of the ODAC conference, and it's been more of the same this year. But Faust's just a guy that more so than Harton, especially Harton Brown, can guard anywhere on the floor, as an illegal screen was set by Holly that knocked Hart to the deck. He's the 10th turnover of the day, the 2nd on an offensive foul, or 3rd actually, rather. Hey, you can see it right there. I mean, that's a brick wall to go through. What Faust can do, 1 through 5, he can guard really any spot. And we've seen him throughout this year shut down primary scorers. A quick turnover. Back and forth we go. Hart's 3rd turnover of the day. Still knotted at 10 apiece for each team. Savage able to get around Hart. Great help defense from Gray. Nellison comes down with a rebound. Faust calling for it underneath. Goes up and in. Faust off the glass for 2. Lynchburg back out in front by 9. And Broderick wants to talk things over. Under 7 minutes to go. Hornets out in front, 73-64. Back here in Turner Gymnasium for day 2 of the Wayne Prophet Classic. I'm Joe Brennan. Here is the Hornets lead. The Nazareth Golden Flyers 73-64. Nazareth picked up the win yesterday in a high-scoring affair, 96-90 over Randolph. They're looking to go 2 for 2, but still yet to reclaim the lead since 10-9. Lynchburg playing without 2 of their best perimeter players as Faust picks up the loose ball. Faust in transition, coast to coast. He's a freight train, ladies and gentlemen. Inslee outside Putney over Nellison. Oh my goodness, what a shot. That's the first bucket made on Nellison all day, and it wasn't an easy one. Pinned in the corner, a high arcing triple. Here's Faust from downtown off the front of the rim. Putney the rebound. Nellison on Putney once again. Now Farland working on Gray, and another quick bump. Tab to Gray. The 5th team foul for Lynchburg here in the second half. That is Gray's 3rd. And they've all looked very similar. With Farland trying to bully him inside and Gray just refusing to give him any room to operate. He's done a great job of limiting fouls. He had 2 at the halftime break. Now with 3 just with 5.5 to go. Savage looking for places to go with Faust. Nowhere in sight. Holly taking Makovic to the baseline. Inside the paint, flips one up. And a rare miss today, but comes with an offensive rebound. Savage tries to get Faust on his feet, but he stays planted. Weak side help. Putney, a long 3, no good. Faust gathers the board. Hart wants a high screen from him. He'll take it, goes left with a right hand, up and in. 77-67 with 5 to go. Putney now guarded by Callaway after he takes the spot of Nellison. Faust doing a great job of staying low. Corner 3, no good, but a foul called on Hart. And he's not happy about it. Neither is Hillary Scott, especially after, a somewhat similar sequence happened to Pearson Young earlier on in this contest. Right there, it looked like Hart got a piece of the arm earlier in that same exact spot on the floor. Pearson Young went down after a foot slid underneath his when he came down from the jump shot. He's been on the bench for the remainder of this game as a pair of crutches next to him and a taped up ankle that's propped on another chair on the sideline. He has been ruled out for the remainder of this game as Farland missed the front end. Second free throw is up and in. And that is also the 4th personal foul on Hart. You take a look at the numbers, dead even for turnovers, a big similarity in personal fouls as well. It's that rebounding disparity that really jumps out at you. 25-34. Lynchburg has done a great job on the offensive end with 10 offensive rebounds today. Nazareth brings it back down to an 8-point game. Callaway hesitate inside, had it ripped away. Savage, no hesitation. A big-time bucket from Savage to bring it back to a 5-point game. Savage with 17. Mike Gray, the response, no good. Thomas can't track down the loose ball. Now he'll match up with Savage. Farland wide open, but a long 3. Off the board A foul on the floor. Nazareth thought the foul was on Lynchburg. A preemptive celebration as the whistle's awarded to Lucarelli. Let's take another look at it. And they were certainly tied up. That's a big-time call because now you send Makovic to the stripe for a 1-and-1 situation, and he's one of the best free throw shooters on this team. Mason Makovic shooting 82% on the year from the free throw line. He's 2 for 2 so far today. As Inslee returns to the contest. Savage and Inslee will finish with 38 and 37 minutes in this game if they don't check out. Look at the numbers right there this season, 81.3%, 2 for 2, now 3 for 3 today, so that's going to continue to rise. Pending the fourth attempt here. Money. Mr. Efficient, as Kevin Nestor would say. 7-point advantage with 4 left to be played. McFarland on the curl, takes it up by the Hornet logo. Savage guarded by Faust. Faust trying to force him to the sideline. Holly at the elbow. Savage rises from 18, no good. Eli Thomas with his 9th rebound today. Callaway, he's got a look, a long 3, no good. Makovic gathers the board, claims possession. It'll likely be a jump ball. I believe no signal yet. If it is, it's Hornet ball. I haven't received a signal, but without a doubt, this is a jump. Mason Makovic, that will be good for his 11th rebound. 6 points, 11 boards, double-double watch for the big fella. It wouldn't be his first on this season. He has been phenomenal all year long on the glass and efficiently shooting from the field. He's had 10-plus rebounds twice this year. Had a double-double against Newport News Apprentice School, where he finished with 12 and 15. Also Elijah Thomas on double-double watch as well. That would be his first. 9 rebounds, along with 5 points for Mr. Thomas. Thomas set a career high for rebounds in the last game, or a season high, I should say, with 6. Savage rips away a steal. They've got numbers. Beautiful bounce pass creates the open lay-in. Good job running in transition from Solomon McFarland. Back to a 5-point game. 3 minutes to go. Lynchburg trying to slow things down a tad. Gray operating. Faust rejected by the rim. Didn't have the angle in the reverse lay-in. A chance to cut it to a 1-possession game. Holly gets the roll. What a day! Holly tied for a team high with 20 points on 10 of 12 shooting. Lynchburg calls timeout. We've got a 1-possession ball game on our hands with 2.5 to go. What a day it has been for the true freshman Merritt Holly. A 6'6" forward out of Leroy, New York. Put up a season-high 20 points on 10 of 12 shooting. He has been unbelievable. Also a block and 8 boards to go along. Gray inbound for Hart. 2.5 to go. Comes Callaway. They find an open Brown. Brown, floater, no good. Makovic, another rebound on the offensive end. Gray had an open shot, decides to put it back outside and slow things down. Gray on the curl. Takes it left hand, pull-off jumper, no good, off the front of the rim. Rebound Putney. Putney has really kept Nazareth in this game. He's been unbelievable from distance, 6 of 14. Savage can't get the roll. Beautiful defense from the freshman Brown. Under 2 to go. Floater off the backboard. Brown, rebound. Brown up and in. The board and the bucket for Jamarcus Brown with 13 points today. Timeout, Broderick and co. We'll keep it here. 1:41 to go. Lynchburg back out in front by 5. Another possession that was capitalized by an offensive rebound. Lynchburg with 13 offensive boards tonight. 40 rebounds. They have dominated the glass. And it's really been scoring by committee today for Lynchburg. They have 3 players in double figures with Callaway, Brown, and Gray all with 13. But everybody that's seen the floor today has scored. Jake Hart has the lowest amount of points with 2, but he's found ways to impact the game in a lot of different ways. He's been the maestro on the offensive end with 6 dimes today. Also 2 steals and 3 boards on the defensive end. I mean, you got Pearson Young, who had an early 8 points, was 4 for 4 and then quickly sidelined. You just hope that he's okay and can play in Lynchburg's next couple of contests that will be on the road as they travel to Tennessee to face off against Mount, I hope I'm saying it right, Aloysius. And they'll play Marietta as well in the Music City Classic down in Nashville. 81-76, 1:40 to go. Inslee across the timeline. Back up top for Savage. Their leading scorer, Putney, gives it up to Inslee. Putney, a triple. Putney can't get that one to fall. A minute 15 to go and a 5-point advantage. Hart will slow it down as much as he can. Makovic saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. Outside, Brown lost the handle. Here come the Golden Flyers in transition. Dumps off Holly. Brown with a contest, but still, Holly continues this career performance. 22 points, 11 for 13. And a beautiful job in transition. Timeout called by Scott, wants to draw something up. If Lynchburg can get a bucket on this possession, you stretch it to a 2-possession game. Up by 3 right now. Nazareth, looking down the barrel, you're only down by 1 shot. All you need is a stop. And if I was Broderick in this situation, I think your best chance, honestly, is, yes, you've shot the ball fairly well from deep. Fairly is probably an understatement. 35.5% on 11 for 31. But you don't remotely take out of the question of, if you get a stop here, a quick 2 and foul, even if it's under 30 seconds. I mean, this is a Lynchburg team that has struggled from this stripe. They're 8 for 14, and their offense has gone a little bit stagnant as of late. 1 of 7 in their last 7 attempts. if you can come up with a stop here, I think you go for the quick two. Whether it's Savage or Inslee. And Inslee, a really quiet day offensively. A guy that averages north of 18 points a game has been held to just 2, but he hasn't needed to. I mean, you've got 4 players in double figures. What's so wild is you have a Lynchburg team that is dominated by committee with everyone scoring. There's only 5 guys that have scored today for Nazareth, one of which being Inslee with 2 points. 4 players have accumulated 76 points today for Nazareth. That has been unbelievable. McFarland with 14, Savage with 17, Holly with 22, and Putney with 20. Night and day between these two teams today. Inbound for Hart. They're going to try and work it just to about 30 seconds. Callaway drives baseline, finds Brown. Brown bulldozing his way inside, draws back iron. Shot clock still turned on. About half a second difference. Out of bounds, last touch by Lynchburg, especially on an inbound. I mean, I'm a big advocate of going for the 2 here. They're going to bring in Thomas. I would assume this is for Gray. It is. I think you go to Holly here. Inslee in the corner. Savage from the angle. Savage ties it up. What a bucket! Tie game, 81-81. Shot clock turned off. Hart puts up a floater. Can't connect. Thomas, the offensive rebound. Out for Callaway. 1 second on the clock. Callaway, no good. What a game! We've got extra basketball headed our way. Battled back down 11. Broderick didn't take my advice. He went for the triple, and I don't blame him. Savage with 20 points. 3 Golden Flyers have found themselves with 20 plus today. What a game. Let's take another look at that final shot. Absolutely cold-blooded. The leading scorer in the E8 conference with 19.6 points per game has surpassed that in back-to-back games this season. A quiet day for Inslee. Interestingly enough, he had not had a game all season long that was under 12 points. He scored in double figures the entire season. His season low is 12. His high is 26. But it just had offense in every other aspect of the game. You have 5 players that have scored today. Outside of those starting 5 players, their bench has only taken 4 shots. It's unbelievable. Burnett 0 for 1, and the Broderick boys, Ryan is 0 for 2 and Jack is 0 for 1. And they've all been threes as well. I mean, it's unbelievable. Nobody on the bench has taken a shot inside the arc. Meanwhile, for Lynchburg, it's been all by committee. It has been the definition of a team effort in every aspect of the game. But today here for Nazareth, I mean, I haven't seen anything like this in all my time calling basketball. This is unbelievable. And what a shot from Savage to give us an extra 5 minutes to see who will walk away with a win. Nazareth, a perfect 3-0 in neutral games this season. The Lynchburg Hornets unblemished on their home floor as well. They are 4-0 here in Turner Gymnasium. Brown will take the tip for Lynchburg and wins it. But Putney, oh my goodness, somehow Hart was able to win possession right back. Here we go, 5 more minutes to play. 81-81, underneath, Hart, reverse lay-in is in. 83-81, Inslee the other way. Savage working on fouls, takes him down low, spins back to the middle of the lane, kicks outside, Putney up top for Ainsley. Inslee reverses, trying to find any separation. A slashing Savage lost it off the leg. You know, when we talked about defenders and who this team really wants to go to when you got to shut a guy down, the freshman Brown is in that list. Nazareth bench wanted a turnover after Brown couldn't pick up the handoff from the official. So Brown gets another crack at it as the official has a word with Nazareth sideline. Hart for Brown at the 45. Gives it up, Callaway, drives inside, right back to Brown at the nail. Spinning his way inside, tries to draw contact, nothing there. Able to save it, but Holly scoops it away. They've got numbers, Putney, a triple, Putney, no good. Brown the board. Gray, he's liked that spot all day, but decides to give it up. They'll slow the tempo. Hart guarded by Savage. Design piece, Callaway, no good. Corralled by Savage. Crossover, Putney. Inslee wide open, but he doesn't shoot threes. That's something we haven't talked about, but he'll take the deuce. Inslee, just 3 made three-pointers during his entire tenure with the Golden Flyers. He does not shoot it from deep, but extremely efficient on the inside, shooting above 50% from the paint this year. 83-83, Hart tries to take the advantage right back. Offensive rebound, Makovic. They're calling an offensive foul, and he's livid. So is Coach Scott. Bugs on the sideline, letting the official have a piece. I mean, that was very much so not a popular call. There was certainly some physical pushing and shoving down low. Yeah, a little bit of an extension, but I don't know if it warranted a whistle. Nonetheless, a shift in momentum back in the way of Nazareth. This is a game of minor details can help you walk away with a win. Lynchburg 1-0 in overtime games so far this year. Savage, no good. Rebound, Hart. He wants to push. Gray lost the dribble momentarily, able to regather. He's got a man open up top. They swing it around the horn. Hart hesitates. A slashing Brown. Oh my goodness, he tried to take the rim off. Makovic is blocked. Makovic gets it back. Makovic earns a foul. I thought Jamarcus Brown was about to tear down the glass. I mean, he wanted to throw the hammer down right there. I was ready for it. I got up from my seat. Makovic, we've talked about his free throw shooting today. That's why I got to keep my mouth shut. I was 4 for 4 up until then. About an 81% free throw shooter. But you know the fatigue has certainly started to set in after 43 minutes of play. Converts on the second. 1 point advantage. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. McFarland up top, Ainsley. Inslee trying to drive on Gray, poked it away. Callaway comes to help out. Pardon me, that's Hart. The diving attempt to keep it in bounds rolls out. A great job from the Hornets, but Nazareth still with 14 on the shot clock. And a timeout from Broderick. We will step away. 84-83 here on LHSN. High dramatics on Game 2 of the Wayne Prophet Classic here in Turner Gymnasium. 2 minutes of overtime left to be played as the Lynchburg Hornets control an 84-83 ball game. 14 on the shot clock coming out of the break, as Nazareth will inbound right in front of their bench. What does Broderick have coming out of the timeout? Inslee, 5 on the shot clock. He's got to go. Inslee, floater, no good. A quiet offensive performance from a man that hasn't had under double digits all season long, sitting with just 4 points today on 2 of 6 shooting. 1:40 to go. Hart harassed by Savage. Ten on the shot clock. They go underneath to Brown. Spinning his way inside, freshman on freshman. Brown tumbles, runs into the official. He's down. Take another look at that last sequence. Certainly a lot of contact. If I'm Holly, I'm very frustrated with that foul call. He had his hands up, body was straight. I personally don't agree with it. Nonetheless, the official's most likely seeing something courtside that I am not up here in the box. That is Holly's 4th foul. Doesn't mean as much when you've only got 1:23 to go, but with the day that he's had, he is invaluable to this Golden Flyers team. 11 for 13 from the field, 22 points. He's one of 3 Golden Flyers with 20+ with Savage and Putney. Putney has made his living on the three-point arc. 18 of his 20 points coming from three-point land. Well, Inslee's been quiet offensively in the scoring regard. Also 7 assists to add to his total. He had 6 yesterday. Second in the conference for assists per game. One man in foul trouble for each side. Big free throw from Brown, rolls in. Brown was 0 for 2 before that attempt from the charity stripe. Gives Lynchburg a 2-point lead. Can't get the tail end of it. 85-83, 1:15 to go. Design play for Putney. Not open on the curl. Dishes to the corner for Savage. What a quick first step. And one. What a play. (21) Savage, 22 Savage. About to make it 23 points for Savage. And a chance to take the lead for the first time since 10-9. Can't connect. A big time miss. Lynchburg can take the lead here. Brown operating down low and converting. Jamarcus Brown with 16 points. Lynchburg back out in front by a bucket. Inslee takes it down low, operating, loses Gray. But weak side help from Makovic on the baseline, closes it up. Now Savage with 10 on the shot clock. Savage working on Brown, spins back, nothing there. Up top, Inslee, a jumper, no good. Brown the rebound, they've got a foul. It's been a quiet day from Inslee, and we talked about how his jump shot isn't the most reliable thing. A guy that's only made 3 three-pointers in his college career, banking on him to make an 18-footer. Certainly not the best shot, but with the shot clock dwindling, it was the best option. Now, Lynchburg has 7 fouls, so Nazareth in the bonus, but the Hornets in the double bonus here with 10 team fouls now. Yeah, 4 on the shot clock and over the arms of Makovic. That's not an easy jumper. 2 shots here for the freshman Brown. This is the front end this time. 0 for 2 in his first trip. Was 1 for 2 in his last trip, and he made the first one, missed the second. If he had made them both, it would have made it a 2-possession game. This is a big one. Once again, I will stress, Nazareth, you can still go for the quick 2 if Brown makes this one. There you go. I still think that the quick 2 is an option here with the way that Lynchburg has shot the ball from the free throw line today. Putney looking for space. Inslee is fouled. And Inslee, while he's not the best shooter from the floor from a jump shot standpoint, he shoots 91% from the free throw line. During his career, he is a 92% free throw shooter. These are basically guaranteed. And while a smart decision from Lynchburg to foul, so you avoid the 3, not the guy you want to foul. Big inbound here for Lynchburg. They get it to Gray with 7.2. He's fouled. Mike Gray now with a big pair. I mean, these are critical free throws down the wire. And Lynchburg has been put in this situation because they've been unreliable from the charity stripe. 11 for 20 today compared to Nazareth's 7 for 9. And you're giving up 9 free points. It's a big reason we're in overtime. And it could be the deciding factor in today's game. Mike Gray will get 2 cracks at it. Mike Gray has not made a free throw all season long. He's now 0 for 2 today. And entering this game, he was 0 for 2. So now a big one right here for Gray. No matter what, Nazareth can win with a 3. A miss here would let him win with a 2. He does, but an offensive rebound. What a play from Hart. Offensive rebounds have been the story of today's game for Lynchburg's success. Let's take another look. And he's flying in from the 3-point line. So now a big pair for Hart. He'll get 2 cracks at it. Hart, an 80% shooter from the free throw line. I got to keep my mouth shut. I mean, it is unbelievable. Three big misses from the free throw line down the stretch. Missed them both. Rebound Inslee. Throws it up. Big collision. No foul was called. I don't know how. Oh my goodness. And with .8, a foul there would have practically given Nazareth a chance to win. Oh my goodness. I believe the ball touched out of bounds before the collision. But that is a big time no call. That changes this game a complete 180. Can we take another look at that, Josh? Shout out our director, Josh, today. He's doing a great job. He was initially running camera and graphic and replaying everything. And we had the son of our athletic director, John Waters, Jack Waters, who freshman at JMU, stepped in today. He's been doing a great job on camera. We also have our golf coach, Alan Smith, running the shot clock. We've got a lot of help today. Let's take another look. Yeah, I mean, that's a bang-bang play. And you can see in the background, the Nazareth bench was screaming for that whistle. Now with .8, time for one shot. Where do you go? McFarland the inbound. Did Lynchburg just call consecutive timeouts? Nobody has a timeout. It's also... Last one was what? A challenge? Okay, so the last one was a challenge. Pardon me. All right, see, we got the best director in the world, man. This guy's telling me feedback while we're on air. We don't have the equipment where you can tell it through my headset, so we're just shouting at each other. We've just got that kind of chemistry, man. All right, 88-87, under a second to go. You've got enough time for a heave. You don't have enough time to put it on the deck and take a dribble, so it's going to be a catch and fire wherever it is on the floor. You had Lynchburg saying, let's drop back, and really, you don't need to guard anybody at half court. We'll live or die by a half-court heave with .8. What a game. And what a win this would be for Lynchburg to remain perfect on your home court. And it'd be the same story for Nazareth. I mean, they have been unbelievable in neutral contests this year and in road contests. Hart, Makovic, Callaway, Thomas, and Brown, the defenders. Putney hits the deck, no whistle. Savage, a triple. Savage, no good. Lynchburg walks away with an 88-87 overtime win. What a game. No Pearson Young, no Jason Easton. And it's a win by committee. Broderick is livid, and I can imagine why. No foul called on the long heave at the end of the game. No foul on the inbound as Putney hit the deck, and no foul on Savage on the last second shot. The Savage one, I understand. I don't think that one should have been a whistle, but obviously Broderick disagrees with me. But Putney hitting the deck, that doesn't necessarily happen by coincidence in the big-time collision that Thomas got away with. Really gives Lynchburg, I mean, you go to a 1-1 with .08, and the game completely changes. Nonetheless, big-time win for Lynchburg. To escape with a win on your home floor remains perfect, 5-0. The Hornets coming up, we mentioned it earlier, they'll be on the road to the Music City Classic as they'll play Mount Aloysius and Marietta on the 29th and 30th. Next home contest for the Hornets here on January 4th, a conference matchup against Hampton-Sydney that will start the remainder of their ODAC schedule, all conference from there on out. For Nazareth, they go to Watford, Connecticut to play the University of Hartford before heading back home to play St. Joseph's on January 4th. That'll do it for us. Another big thank you to Josh and Jack for helping us out here up top. That'll do it. And happy holidays and have a wonderful Christmas. We'll see you in 2025 here on LHSN.